we're about to go somewhere odd now. Times to rise and elevation starts to drop down. Our little secret, don't kiss and tell, you're so bad. I'll probably see you in hell. Welcome to hell, baby. This is podcast hell.
And he's back.
He's back.
Bread.
We are so back.
Bread. Stoll.
Say bread?
I said bread. Is it bread or Brad?
It's Brad.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Did you fart just now?
I did not know.
Because it smells like a fart in here, doesn't it?
To be fair,
Yeah.
your dog lingers.
My dog kind of stinks right now. We got to get him a little.
Yeah.
Got to get him a little bath action.
For sure.
Yeah, we've had a lot of stuff going on with plumbing issues and everything, and washing the dog has fallen by the wayside.
This goes in the most relatable episode you'll have.
I'll give the dog a bath tonight.
Erick Hellwig.
He does
the working dad man.
I love him too much to let him fucking stink the way he does.
Well, if you loved him, you would have bathed him maybe a few days before.
But here's the thing: it's not a love thing. It's a respect for other people thing. Because he's fine as a stinky guy.
Oh, dogs will.
He doesn't give a shit.
Dogs can literally roll in their own shit and they would smile at you. I wish I had that type of confidence.
Yeah.
Roll in my own diarrhea and then look at everyone and be like, "Why are you looking at me like I'm weird?"
Yeah, I mean, they also they walk around. They let their dicks hang out. They're just like it's like a dude at a nude beach.
It's a European beach.
It's a European beach where you just also when you have to shit, you
stare at somebody and smile.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time thinking about where you're gonna shit, and then you
just.
It is interesting when you watch dogs choose where they're gonna shit, because they're like they really do seem like they're weighing stuff out when they're picking
they pick the
perfect
patch. The thing is the circling. That's like
yeah.
I've seen dogs do the whole thing. They fake out where they'll circle a little bit. And they go, nah, that's not the spot. And then they'll keep walking. And to me, maybe that is just the squatty potty of a dog. Maybe it's not out yet. Maybe it's not ready to come out. Where the dog, first of all, dogs have like perfect shit precision, where like humans do not. Like you shit, it doesn't come out. It's not like, oh, I just shit and I can just pull my pants up. Don't have to wipe my ass. Like dogs somehow just have.
Yeah, what's up with that? Do they have like a shit cleaning mechanism in their butt?
They have to, because why is it that dogs don't need toilet paper but humans do? Like, what's wrong with our assholes that we didn't get the memo?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I thought about that because I walked dogs for a year, and I'm like, I never have to fucking wipe their ass, and that's something I've always thought about now. Is that?
I mean, sometimes we have to wipe his ass if like he has diarrhea.
Well,
or
that's
something.
different.
But that's like not. But
you're
right. For
you can't
a normal,
clear out. Yeah, no.
For normal shit,
never have to wipe their ass.
There have been times where I've taken a dump, and it's been a clean dump. Where I'll go for toilet paper, be like, oh, I didn't. That's crazy.
It's just like a nice long log, just clean cut.
What I should do in those moments is be like, oh my god, what did I eat this week, and just
and write it down and journaling the perfect shit.
The perfect.
To me, that's my eat, pray, love is journaling the perfect shit.
It would be interesting to learn. Like, listen, if you want to experience the perfect shit on Monday you eat this, on Tuesday you eat this, and on Wednesday morning you wake up and take the perfect
you
shit.
open up your journal, it's just steamed chicken and steamed spinach.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I think it's like, yeah, who knows? Who knows what the healthy food is? I know it's definitely not. It can't be too much vegetables, because I'll go like I'm gonna eat a ton of vegetables this week, and then by Thursday I'll take a dump. I mean, it looks like a fucking Clydesdale drank Pepto-Bismol.
I was gonna say, does it look like insane. A chia pet? It's just green.
No, it's fucking. You shit so much when you eat like vegetarian.
Sure,
it's crazy.
Well, depending on what kind of vegetarian. If you're a little soy boy beta cuck, yeah, you're definitely not.
Oh, what does that mean?
Eating tofu and shit.
Isn't tofu bad for you?
I mean, for if you eat too much of it, at least for men, like it has a lot of estrogen in it, so you gotta be careful. Oh
yeah, that's what it was. No,
you get man tits. That's why they go soy boy beta cuck.
That's the reason
I got soy tits when that few years of my life. I was eating fucking Impossible meat, like all that shit, and it all had soy in it. Edamame, like all this, because it was just like it was easier to cook for a vegetarian than it was to just cook for myself. Because I'm like, all right, well, we're both gonna eat.
Yeah.
Might as well make it good for all of us. And then I just got so used to it. I remember like going to friends being like, it tastes the same. And I remember like the week after we broke up, my buddy calls. He goes, "You want to have a fucking vegetarian lasagna? Doesn't it taste the same?" I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Put ground beef, put the pork in it. Let's eat it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I always like, sometimes I'll be like, I'll go, should I be vegetarian?
Hell no.
Do I want to
No.
save these animals?
First of all,
Well, hang on. Let me finish.
Sorry.
Sometimes I'll think that, but
Right.
then I'll remember, fuck that.
Absolutely.
So, and also,
but also, vegetarians are not in shape people. Most of them are very out of shape,
No.
or they look malnourished as fuck. So you're either fat or you're way too skinny. I've never seen. Well, I mean, I'm sure there are bodybuilder vegetarians because they actually know what to eat, which most vegetarians do not. They just want to tell people, I don't eat meat anymore. I was like, yeah, but you haven't had any fucking vitamins or magnesium in your body in God knows how long. So
I would have said
work
like,
on it.
There's a lot of like hot actresses that are vegetarian, but then here's the truth: when you see them in real life, they're skinnier than because like, you know, camera ads.
They're very
20 pounds.
tiny.
They're tiny people,
Yeah.
and you're like, yeah, even like I like a girl with some
meat,
some pork rib on the bone.
I need some spare rib.
slow
We're
roasted
talking like fucking
barbecue batter.
we're talking what's his face? Who's the guy who got in
Barbecue
trouble
that
for?
ass.
Who got in trouble for saying he wanted to eat women? Fucking
his name sounds
Whitey
like food.
Whiteface.
No, his name sounds like food.
What's
his name?
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
No, he sounds like a fucking the baking soda.
Yeah, well, he is. I think he is.
He is actually baking soda.
His father is Armor Hammer.
Is it really?
I actually think he is related to the army.
He has to be.
He must be.
He first of all, he looks like a Rothschild. He looks too well put
Yeah.
together and sterile looking.
I don't know how to feel about Armie Hammer. Part of me is like,
He did a podcast recently where he like talked about it.
well, this is what I actually think. Look, if you legit want to like
Eat a person.
kill and eat people, that's not a kink. But if you're like, I like to pretend that I'm
a cannibal,
that
that's
I'm,
role play.
That I'm ripping the heart out of the chick.
That is,
I mean,
role play at a very, very. First of all, think of it also this way: he's very famous, probably really loaded. That guy's probably done everything sex wise.
Yes.
When you get to a point where you think, "Hey, I've finished sex. I've done it all. I need something else." The man is going to go, I want to pretend that I'm a cannibal. I'm not going to eat you, but I'll say shit. But if he's saying it to girls he's never hooked up with, I understand the fear and maybe that he might be a cannibal. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this. I'm playing devils here.
I mean, look,
We should always play devils here.
you're New Jersey Devils right now. I think, because a lot of the texts were released, and he'd be like, I'm going to eat your fucking ribs. And the lady's like, boil and batter me up, baby. Like, the girls are going
The girls
back.
are into it. They're into it.
So what the fuck is the problem?
You can't say that it's a problem if you fire back with, good thing I'm making the sauce.
Look.
You want to fuck him still.
Listen how I feel. This is how I feel. If you're like a dude.
Sure.
And you're into pretending to eat women's hearts when you fuck them.
Absolutely.
I think that's a slow rollout for the ladies. If you're meeting people in person, you can't like go up to.
You don't start with the cannibal stuff. You gotta
like,
work your way up to it.
No, you're not like at the water cooler and you're like, hey, I was just wondering if you're not busy this week and if I could put your ass on rotisserie and eat you like a Viking. That's not your line. But like, I feel
you are smoking hot. You are smoking hot. Can I throw you on my smoker for 24 hours and baste you like the brisket I want to devour?
God. Oh, you're from Texas. Oh, yeah. You a big barbecue fan? How do you feel about self-barbecue? How do you feel? Have you ever thought about self-barbecuing yourself?
You would go great with coleslaw.
When's the last time you... oh, no, you got sunburn? What did it feel like? Tell me about it. No!
but it's not even the guy who wants to eat you. It's the guy who's into you getting sunburned. That's a weird kink.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm thinking of all in terms of cooking. I mean, technically, sunburn is a little cooking. I got a little sunburned from Angels game.
I think I have. Do I have? Hold on. I hate this about hats now. Like, I'll wear hats because like I don't want to burn my scalp because it's LA heat.
Yeah.
Do I have the mark from my hat?
You don't, not really.
Oh, thank God, dude. I hate that shit. I'm gonna take my hat off.
You have a nice tan head, though.
I know. I also did. I went hatless on Sunday, and we day drank.
Is that a thing that bald guys have to do? Is like
we really shouldn't be wearing no hats because the rays are just really strong, and that's like direct impact. So you just got to be careful.
It's going like straight, like
yeah, like I put like 30 or 50 on my head and everywhere around here. But
like if you get too sunburned on the top of your head, do you start forgetting people's names because it's like too close to your brain?
We'll be right back.
You know what I mean? Don't fucking take Adam Ray's punchline. Thanks, Dr. Phil. No, like, you know what I mean? Like
I didn't say it like
it's
we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
No, like I always like it's so close to your head. It's like you got to be super careful with. I don't know. Is it more important that bald guys don't get sunburned?
Is it more important? What kind of pseudoscience horseshit are you spewing right now? Hey, if you get a certain sunburn, you're gonna be able to predict the weather next month. Shut up!
Listen, you're telling me.
My God!
You're telling me if you had a choice to be sunburned on your hand or your head, you wouldn't go hand. Head is more valuable.
No, because nobody gives a fuck about a tanned palm, but a tanned skull. Because you start sunburn, and if you're like me, sunburn will become a tan. Because I'm not somebody who just peels and becomes like a scaly lizard person. I'm someone who just like if I sunburn, it goes brown. It's great. It takes like a day or two, but eventually starts browning. Love it.
Look, your people walked the desert for 40 years.
I mean, this is Romanian skin right here. This is olive, like Eastern European blood, not the Egypt blood.
Okay.
But, you know, that's also a different
I think like Middle Eastern Jews too also have like
very olive skin.
Yeah, they're not white dudes.
No.
I used to work with an Israeli guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came in to fire everybody at our company.
Sounds about right.
They have
the I will say the greatest skill set of an Israeli is their determination to not care about what anyone has to say. And if it means they have to break hearts, and they go, it's no problem, and then they fucking do it, and you're like, dude, wow, like you didn't even take a second to breathe. You had it locked and loaded.
So let me tell you what happened.
Oh God.
So
is this at the company that you worked for in New York?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. Yes, that's the one.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
No, so one. I was gonna leave the company.
Right.
And I'll bleep it out.
Who gives a shit?
Let's not say it again though, because I don't want to bleep out multiple times. But I was leaving the company, so I put in my 2 weeks notice. Mm-hmm. And they told me when I got hired, like I was like, hey, I think I might move to LA in a year. And they're like, oh well, you know, maybe we can make it remote or whatever. And then I was reaching out like months out, like, hey, I am moving. Can I make it remote? And they just like weren't writing back to me. It's very weird. And so at 2 weeks, I was just like, okay, well, I'll put in my 2 weeks notice. And then it was the Friday before I left. So I think I was leaving on like a Tuesday was my last day. And it's Friday. I was the only person that would come into the office at the end. So I would just like, they had rented out this huge Manhattan office space, and I'd be in there by myself. It's a space for like 70 people. Okay. And it's my last day, and everybody comes in. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is so cool. Like, people are coming to say goodbye to me. and like, so at some point, I like say that to like all the, you know, customer service people. I'm like, guys, it really means a lot that everybody just came in to see me off. And they go, oh, no, somebody made us come in today. The Israeli guy made us come in. And then 10 minutes later, he mass fired every single person except for me because I'd already put in my 2 weeks notice.
Damn.
They had just hired 3 new customer service reps. He kept those. But
you could have gotten that fat. Did they have a severance?
I have no idea.
You could have gotten a fat severance.
Maybe. What was interesting was like he was like firing people because he would call people in by departments and just fire them.
Just like this.
Yeah, like a wizard. He would
you're watching the Disney Channel. You're fired.
Goodbye-o, Jabbo, and just write people out. So he fired all these people, and then like we're on Facebook chat being like, this fucking piece of shit. And then he comes up to me, he's like, how are people taking it? And I'm like, not great. He just fired like 50 people. And he goes, yeah, but like, you know, you're friends with these guys. Like everybody has resumes. Like they'll be all right. And I was like, sure. And he goes, great. And then like walked away. Like,
man.
He like took a minute to kind of like try to
have some empathy,
feel a little bit better about what he was doing. But
there's no empathy.
The other thing is like, that's his job.
You have to,
that is his job.
There are certain jobs in this life where the best person for the job is someone who has zero emotional attachment to anything involved with the business. Or they're like, I know what the job is. I enjoy working here. No hard feelings. That's hard. That is a certain individual, which probably won't be well liked, but will get the job done ineptly. Like, that's what you need. You need someone who doesn't give two shits what anyone thinks.
You need an outside hire to come in and just be like, everybody's gone.
We're burning the place to ground.
I have worked at places where there's been ownership changes and the new person comes in and just seemingly changes stuff for the worse.
And just to basically make people leave.
Yeah. And as soon as you're like, hey, is there a reason it's like this? And he's like, you don't have to be here.
Oh.
Like, I've had people say that things on that level where you just go like, oh, okay. I'll find another job.
Yeah.
Got it. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
They
turn it into straight hell, but it never works out better.
What do you mean? If you stay?
The regime never stays like better. Like, the company doesn't. I feel like does not get better at that.
No,
point.
Of course not.
Because I feel like that's when you know it's the downfall of wherever you were. I always noticed that in like restaurants I worked at. Whenever your favorite manager would get canned, that's usually it's a little biased to say this, but I truly believe that like once the person that like everyone likes goes, you're like, no way this place stays the same. Like, you get rid of the person that everyone loves, it's fucked from here on in.
Sure. When I worked at Rainforest Cafe,
of course,
there was a very cool guy that ran the place. He was the manager, general manager, Steve. And he was friendly and would like kind of take care of the employees.
Throw you a safari burger on the house here and there.
Yeah. You would get you a Rasta pasta on the DL. You know, if you're having a rough night, a little hungover, put you in the elephant room, get you away from those kids.
Yeah.
The kids didn't like the elephant room. They liked the gorilla room.
Everyone leaves, let the animatronics run, get drunk with your boss.
Yeah.
Have a couple Mai Tais or whatever Rainforest Cafe probably calls them.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes he would let you suck his dick. What? No, he was a good guy, but he got fired, and then
got caught in the broom closet getting a blowjob.
He got fired, and then maybe he didn't get fired. He just left. And then, like 2 months.
What did they say? They're like, he's chasing other zoos. What was their way of saying like he's
on a different farm?
He's on a different farm.
Yeah, he's gone to that big rainforest in the sky. No, he got hired. No, what happened is the mall opened up all these new restaurants, so he went to go work at is it called like Coastal Flats or something?
Never heard of it.
Some chain restaurant down in the mall in Tyson's Corner. And then the rainforest closed like 2 months later, and he hired like half of the servers to this new restaurant.
Oh, wow.
He was a cool guy. But I think they got rid of him and they kept the dick manager and gave him more shifts, and then promptly.
It always happens. The higher ups never make the right choice because the douchebag is always friends with the higher up. It's never the guy that everyone likes.
Of course.
It's always the little weaselly fuck who always gets to stay.
It is crazy how like at these companies, like I've worked for so many companies that are like, hey, the product they sell here is pretty good, but then the decisions they make as a company are
dog shit.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And you're just like, who are the people getting paid for this? And the people getting paid are the people, the fucking weasels that sucked up to the right person and got a job. Pretending to be like an expert in like pricing something or
Guess
whatever.
what? The weasels don't have lockjaw. So they can go all night.
The weasels can go all night.
They don't need lock. They don't have it.
Yeah,
they don't have Was it TMJ? The thing where like your jaw locks up.
Oh, I was gonna say they go B to L. They balls to lips. They take the whole.
I was gonna say ass to. They go ass to mouth.
Yeah. Me and Liz, when we talk about having kids, like when people talk about having kids, they usually talk about things like, where are we going to raise them?
Sure.
Do these kids want to have religion? Mm-hmm. All we talk about are the movies we're going to show our kids to make sure they don't do stupid shit. We're like, when they're 14, Requiem for a Dream. like, how do we make sure they don't do drugs or join a cult? Like, that's literally like all of our conversations on parenting.
I was going to say, you just show them all of the Jared Leto collage.
Literally, all of our conversations on how we would parent are just like, what will the fucked up movie night be?
Absolutely.
I mean, I think it's the most effective way.
I think the best thing you do is show your kids the movie Kids at 12.
I haven't seen Kids.
Kids is one of the most fucked up, like, definitely arguably should have been made in like, especially how young the kids were. But it was about kids growing up in New York during like the AIDS epidemic.
Okay.
And it's fucking dark. It is.
And that's how you make sure your kids don't try to get AIDS.
Correct. Or do drugs. Like it's like a bunch of skateboard kids who are like 12, just like having sex, doing drugs, getting AIDS, partying, and it's
fucking half pipe.
But like these kids, I think, are actually like 15 and 16. Like it was like Rosario Dawson's like first big movie.
Yeah.
Before she like obviously became who she was, but like it was a fucking dark ass movie.
Yeah.
And that was a movie I watched I probably watched that movie at like maybe like 18, and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, because Mac Miller based his mixtape off it.
Okay.
It was all like different clips from the movie, like all the sound bites.
It's bad.
It's rough.
I'll watch it. I mean, we watched.
You can't find it on any like streaming. You're gonna have to like find it and like do the whole like free TV 123.com kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not on a streaming service, and if it would be on anything, it'd be on Tubi for sure.
We might just do a rent on Amazon Prime.
If they have it, watch it. Definitely brace yourself for a sad night.
Are you? Do you like to hang on to? This is a thing because I've been like buying stuff on Prime, and my wife. No, I don't know. Hey, I'm doing all right.
Oh, sorry. Do you guys rent on Amazon Prime?
No.
You guys just use your account?
No, just because like my wife Elizabeth is very big on like having digital like physical media. Like she wants the DVD.
You mean she's a fucking hoarder?
No, she wants the DVD. She wants the record. She wants the CD.
Yeah,
she's like Amazon could just take all the things you bought away.
I mean, it's true. It's very true. One day Amazon just shuts down and no more, kids, Requiem for a Dream, all that's gone.
But I also think if Amazon shuts down, probably everything else is shutting down too.
For sure, the whole country.
We probably won't have electricity like 2 days later.
So here, what was the question? You're asking me if I do this.
Do you keep physical media?
I think I do.
Like, do you have DVDs?
I do have DVDs in one of my bags. Yeah, no, I definitely do.
What's the last DVD you took out and put into a DVD player and watched?
Dude, my collection is like
Is it Kids?
No. I don't own Kids. I would never buy that movie. No. The last movie I put in a DVD player? Oh, man, that's tough. I think it might have been either Beer Fest or Waiting.
Okay.
Both classics, in my opinion.
I have both.
You have both.
Both are downstairs.
Okay, good. Fantastic movies.
I doubt people could watch it now without falling over themselves with how fucked up it is.
It's actually not as bad. Between the two of them, that would be the worst. I think Waiting would actually be worse.
Waiting, I watched.
The jokes are pretty rough in Waiting, and they're still funny to me, but like,
yeah,
would not be able to make a Waiting. I think Beer Fest could be made. They made Super Troopers again. Like they've done it. Yeah,
but they're not like making them good.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They're just. It's like it's the hollowed out shell of a thing you used to love. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like no one's going harder in the.
happily would take a role, but I unfortunately agree.
Don't give the fucking LA goons.
Happily take a role.
Don't do that fucking shit. Not on this podcast. On this podcast,
let's do lunch. Let's do lunch. Let's do coffee.
God. I apologize for Brad sucking up to the producers not watching this show.
You just don't know.
Just in case my mom has a connection with Warner Brothers.
No. That's not it. They don't even do studio movies anymore. They're all self-funded, all their movies.
I don't give a shit. Sorry. I don't mean to shut it down. I don't care. I like that stuff. I find I'm
fucking with you.
I find that stuff so uninteresting now. Like I care about like what's your favorite color?
Get the fuck out of here.
Who do you love? What I do, can I say that I love that you're wearing a Mets hat? Are you can you try to learn one player on the Mets?
To be honest with you.
Pete Alonso.
I've heard that name.
Just remember Pete Alonso.
Wasn't there another guy that's on the Mets?
Francisco Lindor.
No, not him. Oh, maybe that guy's on the. Oh no, that guy's on the Yankees because I see a buddy of mine like do videos where he makes fun of it. They call him like something Burgers.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know if it's Tommy, Mikey Burgers. They call him. Oh fuck, I have to ask him.
Oh, there's Blentland Falls.
That's a name?
No. I made that up.
Okay, well, you can't. I'll agree with you. I don't know sports.
You held up well to that test.
First of all,
you held up well. You didn't pretend to know a guy named Blentland Falls.
I mean, that does sound like a fucking 1920s baseball player, if you're asking me honestly.
Yeah.
No, I think my knowledge of baseball ends at the T-shirt that I own, which is Carlos Delgado. So that's as far back as it goes. Or my Carlos Beltran jersey.
I liked Beltran and Delgado were both great.
That was a great Mets roster.
Yeah, they when Carlos Delgado used to hit home runs.
Dude, that like the way you crank it up, he had that back leg. And then just going for that full, and you're like, oh, that's going.
Well, he had this crazy uppercut swing.
Yeah.
And then the guy on ESPN, I think it was like Chris Berman or somebody, whoever was doing like the highlights, which they don't. I guess they still do. I haven't watched.
They don't do web gems anymore.
They do web gems, but he sucked. He wasn't a web gem guy. He was a home run guy. He was a terrible first baseman. But he would hit home runs, and they go, Carlos Delgado. He got it. Every time he'd hit it was like they'd time up.
But it's so funny because it's like I feel like they couldn't do that because they feel like they'd be crossing that boundary of like, is that racist for using his name as an acronym or a synonym?
I wonder if now that's why they don't do that stuff anymore.
100% why they don't do it anymore.
How fucking lame is that?
I don't know.
Because that used to be like the fun part.
Fun part of baseball is they would use their name as a fucking adjective.
Yeah, but they wouldn't like do like racist versions of names. They'd just be like,
oh no, but there's a supercut of like racist ass commentary. Like even in the last 20 years.
I don't think so, man. It didn't.
Dude, yes.
No, because it wouldn't. No, they wouldn't do it like I'm telling you. Like I watched it,
and I'm telling you.
Okay, it wouldn't be like a Venezuelan player hits a home run. They'd be like, he drank too much tequila. Like it wasn't that. It was just, what's his name? What does it sound like? That. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody.
I'm not. That's great.
I'm allowed.
I mean, you are. Hey, listen, you are.
I'm allowed.
You are.
I have relatives from Oaxaca. Right here.
Say it again.
Oaxaca.
I have relatives.
You're looking
Oaxaca?
at. You're looking at my. This is my people.
Wow.
Oaxaca City, right there. Did you see that? Oh, you haven't seen that. You haven't been.
No,
here.
I haven't seen your bobblehead.
Yeah, it's a little bobblehead from Mexico.
Well,
we went to a Guerreros game.
Okay.
It was so much fun.
In Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah.
That must have been great.
We did our like redo honeymoon. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me.
It was great. It was fun.
That's great.
The game was amazing.
How much was beer? Like $1?
Well, it's pesos, but yeah, it was like 10, 15 pesos for a beer.
Which is nothing.
No, it's like $2.
That's crazy.
And then they would.
Not that your belly could handle it because you got a little.
I couldn't have beer. No, I didn't drink beer. I did drink a little bit of tequila when I was there.
I mean, dude, it's
but
the
they
best.
also, that's not even the thing they do. It's mezcal, is like the drink.
I love mezcal.
Yeah, I mean, we did like one like tour where they like showed us how to like
that was made. And
yeah, you had like 13 shots of mezcal, and you're like fucking walking out to the bus wasted. So that was fun. Well, we were doing the tour, and there was a guy talking to us. He looked young. But it's like a family-owned thing, so you're like, oh, okay, it's just like...
It's probably like a 16-year-old giving you a
literally
tour
at some point, somebody goes like, do you ever try the mezcal? He goes, I'm 14. We were like, whoa.
That's not a no.
No, because like during the pitch, he's being like, let's do a toast, okay? To all the women, you are cunts. Like he had these filthy... drinking limericks, like these Mexican limericks he'd made up.
But he wouldn't drink in front of you guys? Like that was some big moral high ground?
No, it wasn't a moral high ground. The point of the story is he was fucking 14. But he was cursing, and he had these stories, like he literally used the word cunt and whore, and like we were all like looking at each other being like, holy shit. But it became funny. Because
once you found out he was 14, it was even funnier.
Once we found out I was 14, some people didn't think it was funny. I laughed very hard. I laughed very hard when he revealed. I would have guessed he was like 18 or 19.
Not even close.
He's a big 14-year-old, but he was a 14-year-old with the filthiest mouth I've ever.
I mean,
heard.
To be fair, I was very filthy at 14.
At 14,
I'd say fucking crash shit.
I wouldn't say.
Dude, I was saying shit before 14. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, I was watching South Park at a very young age. By 14, I've already learned every word.
How?
I'm sorry, you grew up in fucking Bible Town.
I like you said it like you were like so like I learned every word. Like you said it with like a real arrogance. I learned every word. Like, I wouldn't believe you.
Yes, and I just put on a crown. I learned every word.
No, I didn't. I don't think I started cursing until probably like sophomore
So the priest
year,
took his dick out of your mouth?
Sophomore year of high school. Yeah, until I popped the... Surprising I wasn't molested.
Every time you tell that joke, I get one thought closer to being like, I think he might have.
I mean, here's the thing. It's if I...
Did they try? Like, do you ever felt like they...
I had a couple...
false...
No. I never felt like I had an almost... They don't know the joke you're referencing. I have a joke about almost getting molested when I was a kid. Very funny joke. You'll see it if you come see me do
great
stand-up.
bit.
All-time bit. But
no, the dad bit's the all-time bit.
But there were definitely priests that I knew because I moved a lot, so I met like new priests like every 2 years.
Speed dating, if you will.
And there was a couple. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. No, I'd meet these new priests, and there was a couple who I was like, this guy's a little creepy.
Right.
And like, I wouldn't want to be in rooms with them because they would be like, I remember this one guy that was like very quiet, and I had to go do the 6 a.m. mass. So it'd be like, there's like 6 old people, dying in the front, and me and this priest, and I'd be like setting up stuff. And he would come in and be like, "Did you clean the Eucharist?"
Ooh,
and I literally like, as I can remember being like, "Get out of the I don't want to be in the same room with him. I feel weird with him.
Oh,
I want other people around."
That's a smart boy.
And that was like, that would have been 7th grade.
That's still pretty.
How old are you in 7th grade?
13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's when I had my bar mitzvah.
So nothing ever happened, but I also feel like I might have
dodged a bullet, dodged a
little bit,
dodged a shaft,
a little bit. I look back on it now and I feel bad for like gay priests, because like why they should just be.
Do you feel bad for gay priests? I don't know if that's what we're talking about here. I think we're talking about we can't compare a child molesting pedophile to a gay man.
But I'm not comparing them to a gay man. I'm saying gay priest. Change of subject.
You're saying gay priests that get a bad rap because of pedophile priests.
No, forget about pedophile priests for a second. I feel bad for gay priests.
Why? That's why.
Because they can't be gay. They have
where
to,
does that?
So
you were changing the subject.
Well, I'm changing the subject.
Sounded like you're on the same subject. That's why I'm like. That's why I kept fighting and being like, "What are you saying?"
Are you think that someone's gonna see you correct me on this and they're gonna go, put him in the next Scorsese joint?
No,
stop trying to be LA woke. It's not gonna work.
That's not LA woke. You're comparing a pedophile to a gay man.
I'm not comparing. I'm saying the guys that I felt uncomfortable with, I don't know if they might not have been pedophiles. They might have just been like closeted gay dudes. And I was sensing that there was like, that they were like sad or something. Because to me, it's sad to not be able to just be gay.
Or be yourself, yeah.
Yeah, right? To pretend like you have to like, if you're gay and you're really religious and Catholic, it's like, what are your choices?
Sure.
Like you have to be a priest.
We had, and this is back to the pedophile. We had a pedophile rabbi at my synagogue. And this guy, it was everyone's favorite rabbi. He was fun. He was funny. And he would also dress up like the Cookie Monster on Friday Night Shabbat, which has to be like the ultimate, like, he probably got away with so many weird things being in that stupid costume. And I never once took a swing at me.
You never shot a shot.
Never shot a shot.
Feelings hurt? You feel a little...
I mean, I thought he liked me. No, I mean, like, it was weird. And I also thought it was just a hilarious tactic for a pedophile being like they'll never see it coming. Putting on a Cookie Monster outfit.
Probably the most obvious.
Of course. Yeah. You might as well wear a sign on your chest.
Hiding in plain sight.
Literally. And then I think it was like a couple years later we found out that he like was straight up like fucking like a 16-year-old boy.
Okay.
Yeah. Sad. Weird. But I also thought it was just you guys that had that shit.
Yeah. No, thanks for telling that story.
Yeah, no worries, man. Just want to let you know you're not the only ones.
Nothing livens up the...
I mean, listen, I'm just saying that, you guys try to act like you started everything, but guess what? We do it too.
I think, look, I don't know. Religiosity can breed some in the shadows style behavior. You know what I mean?
No, what does that mean?
It just means like the
First of all, let's start with the word you made up. Religiosity?
Religiosity? I think that's
not
I think it's a word.
Look it up. I don't have my phone. I can't.
Religiosity.
No way. That's not a word. I've never heard that word.
I think it's a word.
Consult the phone.
How about we do this? How about we consult the comment section on YouTube? Is religiosity a word?
It's definitely not.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, throw us a 5-star review and tell us in the review if you think religiosity is a word.
It's not. There's no way.
I'm trying to make a point to do that once a pod.
That's good.
I said pod. Weird.
You just said pod.
I know.
Maybe you're just being insecure about how you're speaking.
I think I'm a little insecure about how I'm speaking.
Yeah, just because you don't know if religiosity is a word.
I don't care.
All right. Anyways, you were saying.
I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying?
Oh my god.
I think I was saying that I think if once you get too religious, I think the likelihood that you're gonna fuck a kid goes up. That's what I think. I don't really know. I don't know if I'm smart enough to analyze why
you aren't, but that's fine. It's funny. Still
to
funny.
Me, I'm like, it just the chances just keep
get a little higher.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't. This other thing is maybe that's wrong. I don't know what percentage of online creeps out there are
a lot of them.
You got a little booger.
Oh, I do.
You got to get it. Did you get it?
I don't know. I can't see.
Show me. You're good.
Thank Christ.
Rub it on my table, please. Where are you gonna put it?
I could do the old-fashioned
under. Just quietly tries to eat it.
No, I go for the strategic. I wasn't chewing gum, and then just stick it under the table.
Yeah,
I start just feeling the bottom of the table. It's just crusty, and I'm like, why is this all? This is a weird table.
My little sister, she'll hate that I'm telling this. But
you son of a bitch! Don't do this.
When she was a baby. She was a baby.
Oh, okay, fine. I thought you were gonna be like a couple years ago.
She was a little baby. We'd go out to family dinners at Pizza Hut. We hit Pizza Hut a lot.
Hey, great for the whole family.
We fucking lived at the Hut. So we'd put her in the little baby chair at the table, and we'd be eating, and she'd have whatever, a piece of broccoli on her plate, and we'd all be talking, and we'd look at her, and she'd just be like,
and she's fucking eating
chewing
the booger.
Gum. Just gum. She would go under as a baby.
Oh my god!
It's I remember the moment
where
where the first time my mom was like, "Where'd you?" Oh, I just said her name. Where'd you get that gum? And she goes, and we're all like, eh. She starts crying.
Of course.
So funny.
That definitely wasn't going to traumatize her for the rest of her life.
Completely, by the way, reasonable as a young child.
Unreasonable.
You're just running your hand. You go oh my god, there's fucking freebie candy. Yeah. Nobody's looking at me. Amazing.
Or maybe she's going, and no one told me about this?
Yeah, she thought we were all just...
We're like, that's why they're chewing so loud.
Yeah, what would you say if you had to name, under penalty of death...
I don't like this. I don't...
Have you toyed with this?
Yeah, I played with it a little bit.
Okay, so you were here the last time the sword was around.
I was there when you had the sword, yes.
Okay, I got to get a bigger sword.
You don't. Continue.
Okay. I wasn't going anywhere great.
What was the question?
I was going to say, if you had to name top 3 comedies of all time, what do you think you're going?
I got to put Saving Silverman in that top 3.
That's a good one.
Super bad.
I
think I got to go with an even bigger classic. Yeah, I'll hate myself if I don't say this. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, that's good.
They're all different.
Yeah.
I feel. One's more of a rom-com. The Superbad, you could say, is like a friendship rom-com, but it's more coming of age. Monty Python is just absurdist. So yeah, I guess they're kind of technically all 3 different.
Those are all
different comedies.
I would go Tommy Boy.
Oh, that's a runner-up for sure.
I go Tommy Boy. I think it's a family favorite, but I'd go Major Payne. It's very funny.
Still never seen it, but I know it's supposed to be.
We should watch it.
I'd watch that.
It's not that good. It's it's as a military family, we watched it a lot. It's Damon Wayans is fucking.
He's great.
Isn't it?
And what's your third?
And then for a third one, I don't know. I haven't thought too deeply about the third.
There's another honorable mention: Austin Powers.
Austin Powers is great.
A lot of great jokes in that one.
Yeah.
I mean, again, waiting.
Office Space, maybe.
Office Space is good. It's not an
Space.
all-time favorite comedy. It's a good comedy. I love Rat Race. That's another classic.
You know what movie's really? You ever seen Game Night?
It's funny.
Game Night's
That's probably one of the better comedies I've seen in the last
Game Night is
10 years.
really funny.
Really funny.
Really good
and what
jokes.
you say, Jesse Plemons steals the whole movie for me.
Yes, very funny.
Very, very funny.
He was good as a skinny young teen actor.
Yes.
Great as a fat evil guy.
Yes.
And now he's back to being good looking.
Yeah, because
he Ozemped.
He definitely Ozemped.
Back. Oh, he fucking Ozemped.
Dude, he's got the fucking
hard.
He's got the face. He got Ozempic.
He got
the thing. It's where it looks like the skin is pulling against the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for him. I have no beef with people Ozemping.
I know people on Ozempic. I'm like, okay, do it if you want, but you got to be careful. Like, there are people who are using it that don't need it. That's what I'm like. If you're diabetic, fucking use it.
Yeah.
If you're not, don't. You'll fucking destroy your kidneys.
It's such a
or whatever the hell it is.
It's got to make people who've been working out their whole lives furious.
No, because they don't gain muscle on Ozempic. That's the other thing.
No. But if you're a person who's been like really fighting to stay trim, and then a bunch of these fucking Oreo eating fatties come in and Ozemp their way into
these Cool Whip fingered fucks
start dipping into your puss pool. That's not fucking cool. All right.
No, I think Ozempic with that though is the thing that people aren't talking about is like they don't like, and I've seen a couple of interviews about that. They go, yeah, you can enjoy it, but like you're not going to gain muscle, and you will just get very skinny. And I think the upkeep on it is going to be the tough part.
Why won't you gain muscle? You can't just go to the gym?
You're not. The whole point of Ozempic is losing body fat. It's not, and it will take your muscle with it.
And what do? Do you ever stop Ozempic, or once you take it once, you have to take it for the rest of your life?
I don't know. I don't know. Zero interest to find out.
Well, this is why I brought you on the podcast.
To talk about Ozempic.
Yeah. I want to get your full...
I'll be their spokesperson.
I don't know, man. You keep up with those food reviews. If you find too many delicious spots, you might have to use Ozemp. It's going to be hard to keep the weight down.
I mean,
with all these delicious...
That's why I walk 10 plus miles a day and work out.
You walk 10 plus miles a day.
I do. Do you not believe me?
I don't believe
I will show you my fucking walking health.
You say so many things on this podcast that I don't believe. I was looking like every time you come on the podcast, like I clip like 3 things. It's always you saying something and me going, no. Like all the clips are just me not believing claims you make about your life. 10 miles a day is fucking insane. That would be a lot for New York.
You want to bet on it?
How am I going to bet on that? How are you going to prove it?
I'm going to pull up my fucking health app and show you.
Your watch?
No, my fucking phone. I carry my phone on me all the time. You think I just shake my watch and just sit there and be like, no, everyone will know I did 10 miles today.
Like a little Apple Watch.
No, I use my iPhone. That's what checks everything.
Don't do it now. But after the pod, you're going to pull up your health app, and it's going to show me 10 miles.
Yes.
You'll be able to pull up what you did yesterday.
Correct. Yesterday was 8, and then the day before that I think was like 11.
Okay.
So I think my average right now is like 9 this week.
Oh.
But
that's less than 10.
Yeah, well, sometimes you fucking slip, Eric. I drank all weekend. I wasn't walking 10 miles every day I drank. But I got to still walk 8 miles, which is more, I'm sure, than you've done.
I don't know, not lately. I'm doing soft 75 right now. So you know what that is.
That means that you're barely doing 75.
Do you know what
I know what hard 75 is.
What is hard 75?
It's the fucking 75 days you cut out everything, you work out every day, all the shit for 75 days straight.
Well, give me the specifics.
I don't know what the specifics are.
Then I do. Get ready for him. For hard 75, you got to work out twice a day, separated by 4 hours for 45 minutes, and one of them has to be outdoor, even if it's raining or there's a hurricane. You have to drink a gallon of water. You have to take a shirtless photo of yourself every day, and some other shit I can't remember.
So what's the soft? Half of that?
Soft is you have to work out once a day.
Eat gluten-free brownies.
You have to eat gluten-free brownies. That's why I'm giving them away, actually, because Liz bought them, and I'm like, these are not helpful. You have to work out once a day every week. You get 1 day off. You have to drink 3 liters of water a day, so a little bit less than a gallon. You have to read 10 pages of a book. You have to eat healthy, and you can't drink unless it's a social gathering. Soft 75. And this is what sucks. Soft 75, The water's the hardest part.
Because you have to remember to drink that water.
Drinking the actual amount of water is hard. Like yesterday, I forgot until it was like 11 o'clock. I was just still on my first one. I had to fucking chug water for an hour.
But I mean, being hydrated is not a bad thing. It's just keeping you in control of, peeing out all your shit.
Peeing out all the
toxins.
Your toxins and stuff.
Yeah, just being hydrated as fuck.
Yeah, but then you pee like pure, clear liquor. Or not liquor, liquid.
So you're peeing, whatever.
It seems bad.
There's nothing bad about drinking water.
Pee should be yellow.
No, it should. That means you're dehydrated, you dipshit.
Oh, so your pee's perfectly white.
When when your pee is yellow, that means that you are dehydrated. You should not have.
Wait, all pee is yellow-ish.
A dash of yellow is fine. Yellow piss is bad. No, that's straight up. That means you're.
All piss is yellow.
Yes, but yellow. When you say like yellow, I'm like that shit's probably fucking dehydrated.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, sir.
What?
Your piss should not be fully yellow.
Oh man, I do. Sometimes I want to challenge my own no phones policy.
Well, you can't because I don't have my phone and you can't use it.
I'm recording on my phone.
Leave a comment and let us know.
Leave a comment if you, like Brad, think that yellow piss is bad.
Also, I also love how you fucking come at me and being like, there's no way you walk 10 miles. Have you seen my fucking legs? I got nice fucking legs.
Let's see the legs. Show the audience.
Let's do it.
Look at these. Shit. Can I direct with the sword?
Be very careful.
It's not a real sword. See that? You're good. Look at those calves. Yeah, those are nice. All right, can I show mine?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. You come down. Now those are nice calves.
It's great calves.
I'm gonna be honest.
I have the best legs in the West. I've said it before.
I'm gonna be honest though.
You're wearing fucking skin tight. First of all, that is so much crotch, dude.
Look at these. Look at these calves. These babies.
Oh my god, I think you're gonna break your sweatpants.
These bad boys are not joking.
You do have giant calves.
These bad boys are not. These are not fucking around. You feel those?
They're a little soft.
Try
you know what these are? These are soft 75s right here.
Try to stab this with the sword. It won't break the skin.
Yeah, you're right.
Isn't that fun?
It feels like a trampoline.
This was a fun thing to do with our podcast today.
That's gonna be a good clip.
Oh, us being gay with our legs.
I mean, it's funny.
I'm sure it's funny.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what the people are like? What will they enjoy off of this podcast?
Hey, listen, I'm the first guest to get on top of your table and present my calves. I gladly will hold that trophy.
It was not that long ago that the most attractive thing you could have as a man were very nice calves.
I mean, I think it's still a thing.
It is, but like it used to be way bigger.
I gotten complimented on my legs.
From?
Girl I was seeing.
Who said nice legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the first time I heard that.
Did I ever tell you what Liz's gay friend said about me? So she was in D.C. hanging out with her roommate, and I guess like his roommate was gay, and it came up that she was dating me, and he goes, Erick Hellwig, because he was dating my old roommate in New York.
Sure.
He goes, I love Erick. Sweetest guy in the world, very immature, great calves. And I was like, that's a good
compliment.
If I got to take 3 things, I'll take those.
I've only gone more of an appreciation for my legs only so recently, but also the walking helps.
Yeah.
And I did some leg days in New York when I was like really like strict on shit.
Well, in New York, when you do just walking around, I think your legs get. No, I mean
you get 12 to 15 miles a day on average if you're just not using the subway, and I just walk in loops around the city. But and then I waited tables on top of that, so I walked extra miles. I'd always get an additional 4 to 6 just from waiting tables.
We got to get you out of the restaurants.
Oh no, I'm not going back to them. I've already told myself coming back to LA.
You're out of the restaurants, and we're going to get you into the stock market.
I'm going to day trade.
Stockbroker.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, get you into fucking.
Start doing a bunch of blow.
Yeah, we watch a lot of those at my job, my sales job. Like they
just start sending clips of Wolf of Wall Street to pump each other up.
We do that. We watch a lot of
Wall Street,
Boiler Room.
Oh, Ben Affleck.
I've watched Wall Street clips. Wall Street clips aren't as good. Boiler Room's got good stuff though.
Yeah.
They don't they're not like manager approved clips.
What about good old Glengarry, Glen Ross?
Yeah, it's hard. They say and other stuff in there that's
fair.
You can't really play it. Also, I can't really say on the podcast.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cut that part.
But I'm not saying
You call yourself a salesman, you son of a bitch.
No, they use the word.
I know. You hear me, you fucking.
Yeah, they say it. They say,
it is the delivery in the line is so captivating, though.
I know
the way he does it. That's one of my favorites, like monologues of all time. Is Always Be Closing.
It's good. Look, Baldwin crushed it. He's not in the movie after that.
You also know that in the original Glengarry, it's not a thing. It was a role that was written for him.
Spacey's in that. Spacey's the one standing behind him, holding the leads.
Oh, interesting.
The movie's not good.
I think the movie's okay.
The movie's not that good.
The acting's good though.
Maybe, I don't know. I watched.
It's better as a play. It's a better play.
I can't deny that. I haven't seen as a play. As a movie, I was feeling pretty bored 20 minutes in.
It's just because it's rainy. It's one setting. It's very dreary.
Yeah.
But there are some great moments in that movie.
A Few Good Men is a play. But you know what? It's a hell of a movie, too.
It's a hell of a movie.
Private Santiago was a substandard Marine. He was being transferred off the base. That's not what you said before. I can have the court reporter read back to you. I'll go every fucking line of that movie.
That's an interesting one to know.
It's a real. I'm soothed by military dramas.
I want to watch what's the one with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise? You Can't Handle the Truth. What movie is that?
It's A Few Good Men.
Oh, that is A Few Good Men. Okay. I've never seen it.
You've never seen A Few Good Men?
Dude, Jesus.
Dude, that movie's on TV like every fucking. That's like saying you've never seen Jurassic Park.
Can you imagine if I fucking was like, I've never seen that?
Have you really never seen A Few Good Men?
I have not seen A Few Good Men.
Oh my God. Dude.
Oh, and I like Tom Cruise. I think I would love it.
Well, we can watch it. Well, we can't watch it tonight. You got plans.
Yeah.
That I canceled. I also, on the last podcast that came out today, this is pre-recorded. Sorry to destroy the
illusion.
The illusion that we're doing this on July 9th. The podcast that I released today, it's a solo. And at the end I go, Brad Stoll's in the podcast next week. He's not on it now because he fucking canceled on me. And then as soon as I stopped recording, I was like, oh, wait, I canceled on him. And I felt a little bad because I like
I would listen to even the last 5 minutes.
I shit on you decently hard for canceling on me. And then it actually wasn't you. It was somebody else that was supposed to record tomorrow that canceled.
Yeah, your fucking house canceled the podcast, not me.
Dude, tell them what you've seen. You didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything.
No, we found out
the screams, the terrors, everyone is on fire.
No, we found out there's a fucking crack in our foundation today, which sucks. And they're gonna have to go.
Sounds sexual too. A crack in the foundation.
It does not sound sexual at all. It sounds like my marriage is over. No, there's a pipe leaking under the cement, so they have to go in with jackhammers and like dig 6 feet into our bathroom.
I've only seen a jackhammer a few times in person. It is entertaining for a couple of minutes. I can imagine hours of that as hell.
Yeah, we got to get out of the house for that.
For sure.
They're gonna get in here next Friday. And
thanks for letting. Thanks. I'm really sure your audience is excited to hear all about this.
I don't know who fucking cares what they think. Why are you saying that? Well, we gone 55 minutes. It's been mostly pleasant. You're gonna be a dick at the end because the audience likes what I tell them to like. It's so annoying. It's an annoying thing to say. Sure your audience likes it.
You know what? To me, that's a pinnacle moment of the pod is just finding one way to just get under your fucking
Well, what's
skin.
funny is I also said the exact same thing to you when you started telling that
story.
You told a story before about
the rabbi. I thought the Cookie Monster thing was funny.
Like a rabbi I knew raped a bunch of kids.
I didn't say raped a bunch of kids.
And then you like your head dipped. You bowed your head. Closed your eyes.
Said a prayer.
Thanks, Brad.
First of all, I just thought it was ironic. I think it was funny that he dressed up like a Cookie Monster. That's why I brought it up. I thought it was a very clever way.
Look,
meanwhile, your priests are like, hey, have private choir practice. Meanwhile, my rabbi is like, hey, kids, I'm going to gather you up. Like, that guy should have closed, realistically.
You got a Cookie Monster
outfit. Cookie Monster outfit. That is the biggest, like, who wants to follow me? They're like, Cookie Monster's at our temple. Obviously, we're going to hang out with him.
I don't know.
Were you not a Cookie Monster guy?
I'm not a Cookie Monster guy.
What are you?
Like
Sesame Street
characters.
Sesame Street.
If I was gonna go towards a Sesame Street character, I would probably have gone towards Big Bird.
I was gonna say
basic bitch.
Not Ernie because you look like him.
I don't look like Ernie.
You kind of look like Ernie.
What?
If you were like a puppet, you would look like Ernie.
What are you saying?
Bert and Ernie, yeah.
I know who Bert and Ernie are.
Well, Big Bird.
All right, well, what's the fucking bald one? You look like that one.
No, that's the fucking Muppets.
Okay.
The two the people who sit.
I had a weird experience with a Muppet guy here.
What?
I had a weird Muppet experience in LA.
You want to talk about it?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll talk about it. We'll end the pod on this. So there was this guy that used to, when I worked in New York, I worked at a rehearsal studio. This guy used to come in from LA, and he would reserve space every 6 months. He was kind of weird, but like I was just booking his space and being nice to him.
Sure.
And at one point, he was like, I guess he like followed me on Facebook or something, and then saw that I had moved to LA and was like, "Hey, come over. Come over to my place. Like, I know you're an actor. I have a project." That you might be, yeah.
So, I got a puppet that you're gonna have to work yourself.
No, so I go over to his house. Mm-hmm. I wish he had wanted me to blow him.
How bad is it that you wanted him to want you to blow him?
I wish that's what this story was. I went over to his place. He lived by like I don't know. He lived in West Hollywood.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Yeah,
at this point.
he's over there. And I came into his house, and he was like, "I want to show you a video I made."
Oh, no.
And he takes me.
Now the more I'm hearing this, I wish you blew him too.
He takes me into his room. It really sounds like he wanted me to blow him.
But he's like, his version of a blowjob was making you watch him perform.
So he takes me into his bedroom. God. And he's got like a little desk with a laptop computer and 2 chairs at it. He pulled up.
Oh, he was ready to go to show you
chair. This. But in his bedroom, every inch of the wall at the top had puppets mounted. So like in this room, you could have fit like maybe like 90, like 60 puppets. Just all
60 puppets,
like all puppets just suspended, like looking at the center of the room.
Oh God!
And he had these comedy videos where he's a puppet and he's interviewing somebody, and he knew that I did comedy. He wanted me to like help him write his puppet comedy videos. He's like, "Come on, let me just show you one." Presses play on a YouTube video, 19-minute video of the unfunniest puppet interview, and he's like watching it and then looking at me to see if I'm laughing.
Oh no!
And I was like, "Oh my God!"
Think about how quick it would have been to blow him. You know,
blowing him would have been a million times better,
and it would have been. It wouldn't be 19 minutes. I'm sure.
Yeah, he probably would have come right away.
Yeah,
because it was one of the worst moments.
That's
atrocious. My penis is back in my body telling the story. Like every time I tell this story.
Well, first of all, the 60
just becomes a vagina.
First of all, seeing the jury of puppets just staring, waiting for you to laugh at the shit.
Creepiest part of the story is the puppet jury. 100%.
The puppet jury would literally terrify me, and I would never sleep. Because you ever go to in New York, like in Union Square, they always have like the Christmas pop up, like all the shops, and every year, without even missing a beat, is the puppet like area, and it's like 50 puppets plus, just staring at you. And I always will walk over, take a picture, put it on my story, being like nightmare fuel, because it is.
Yeah, it is
puppets, dead puppet. Mine's not creepy, but it's sad.
Yeah,
I worked on the show Holy Moly as an ABC show, and they would, pre-film a lot of the episodes, and one of the episodes was a Christmas special, and they had the Muppets. So we gave the Muppets what I can only describe as one of the saddest trailer pull-ups. Like, it literally looked like, they just looked like porta potty trailers. It looked terrible. And these are like the Muppets. We're not talking about like, like whatever. It's the Muppets. They all show up. They're miserable. They're just like gross. They look trolly. The people. I'm not talking about the puppets.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to do like fire watch like out front, and then like we would rotate the PAs, and then eventually I had to go inside and watch them rehearse. And you see a couple on screen with like, it was with Rob Riggle. He was like the host. And then I saw this table, and it's just like Kermit, Miss Piggy, all of them just laid out dead on a table. It ruined it for me.
Yeah.
Like, my childhood just fucking collapsed in that moment. I'm like, I'm just looking at a dead Kermit just lifeless on a table.
Dead Kermit. It's
dead
weird.
Kermit.
It's not fun.
Nope. And then when you see the person controlling it, you're like, I wish I never saw you people in real life. Like, I wish I just never, like, It's the stupidest thing to say about Hollywood, but that was like really the moment of like, oh, nothing's real. Like,
yeah. I don't think there's a single person in this world, in this life, that does puppetry that isn't a freak.
Oh, I mean, puppetry definitely. Puppetry and magicians to me are at the same level of terrifying as people. Comedians
magicians a little bit more acceptable.
Okay, no. So here's the.
But I'm with you.
Okay, so here's the hierarchy. I think it goes puppets, painters, magicians, comedians, rock stars.
And those are the only 5 things you can be artistically.
Oh no, I just like what I can think of it like a level of weird.
Yeah. I like the comic is you're still admitting there's some weirdness to comics.
Comics are weird, but they're not to the. They're still like you can have a conversation with a comedian, and like I've had conversations with magicians, and I've also wanted to take a bunch of fucking rabbits and put them in my eyes.
Puppet, you said puppet, magician, comedian. No, puppet, painter.
Sure. Yeah, puppet, painter, magician, comedian, rock star.
Okay, where do you put mime in there?
In between puppets and painters.
Okay.
Because clowns are weird.
Where
so I'd say clowns
go under. I think clowns maybe go under.
No, puppets.
Clowns are the lowest.
No.
Puppeteer or clown?
Clowns have way more success than puppeteers.
They do, but it doesn't.
Because there's more jobs.
Doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. It's like so many people in LA now are like obsessed with taking clowning classes and shit.
Yeah, because they'll make their comedy better.
I remember when I was at the Pit, there was this stupid fucking clown there that taught a class, and it was like the art of French clown. I'm the happy clown, whatever. There's like different types of stupid fucking clowns, and it was like a class. I like snuck in so I could watch it from the top. And it was the most pretentious shit I'd ever seen in my life.
And it's just clowning.
No, it's like he'd be like, you come on stage and you can't leave until people have laughed. No words, go. And like it was just like
I went to one clowning class in New York. It was just like it was free to like go to the first class. It was hard. It was really fucking hard.
Do you see value coming on the podcast?
For you.
For me. Yeah,
I'm just happy that you're taking it serious and you do it every week. And,
yeah, I mean, look,
it's a platform.
Can I tell you what I think? I have fun doing it.
Well, that is the only important thing about it at this point.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, it's a podcast. It's very hard to keep it up, and honestly, the more successful ones are going to always be based off just consistency. And you like doing it. You put it out every week. There's only good that comes with it.
I'm halfway to death.
Okay.
And if I was molested as a kid, I forgot about it. Where can people find you on social media? Where
you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at It's Brad Stoll. Brad Stoll on YouTube. Yeah. I do food stuff, skit stuff, all the good stuffs.
Can I tell you how I went after you on my last podcast?
What'd you say?
I was like, if you check out Brad's content, you can watch him screaming at a bowl of ravioli.
That's funny.
All right. Follow Brad. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Tell a friend about it if you thought this was good, all right?
All right.
That was to them. You don't need
But it doesn't matter what you think.
You don't need to tell your friends if you thought it was good. They need to tell their friends. All right, bro. See you later.
Bye.